Hello, gamers. Hello. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Let me go ahead and switch over to game screen. The game's not capturing because I forgot to tell OBS that we're streaming a different game today. Oops. Where are we at? Game capture. There we go. Yeah. Okay, now the game is there. Hello. Hello. I hope you all have been having a good Friday so far. I have been alright. I'm a bit on the low energy side today. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to playing some more of this game because I really like it. If I click into here, okay, yes, that doesn't start Osawa's story. Good. A couple of things. One, I noticed I was listening back to the VOD, a little bit of the VOD yesterday for 1000 Resist, and I realized that the sound was way too quiet. It was way too quiet. So apologies about that. I will have that fixed for next time, especially because we've started the game now, so I can just skip to chapter 1 and just play around with the volume settings for like the voices and the music and stuff like that, as well as OBS settings. Otherwise, when it comes to this game, I'm pretty certain that we can complete the time block today. Minorikawa is seemingly done. Osawa is seemingly done as well. Oh, there goes my dog. You don't have to bark. You don't have to bark. It's not something you have to do. We'll see. We'll see if she gets set off. Otherwise, we just have Tama and Achi and Kano today. So let me go ahead and go over here. There's a jump over here in Achi's story to Kenji Osawa and Cat. What? When does that happen? We jumped Cat? We definitely jumped to Kenji, and I think that's how we got the rest of his story here. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna start off with this and see what happens from there. Mr. Tanaka. Kenji Osawa. Right. For a moment, all was silent. Maybe it's just a cat. Maybe it's just a cat. Oh, okay, I see what's happening. I made the jump and I didn't continue forward, so I never saw this part of dialogue. Okay, right. Maybe it's just a cat, Achi suggested. Or not. And somehow, in whatever way, they just said, fuck it. This is a jump for Tama. Fair enough. Interestingly enough, the keep out didn't break there, which makes me think that I made a wrong choice. I'm about to get a bad end in like 5 minutes, but we'll see. We will see. Need to get rid of this costume, whatever it takes. Ink it upward as hard as I can. Yeah, and then maybe... Rah! It comes off. I did it. I slip out of the rest the cat costume and gleefully abandon it as I head for the knick-knack shop. And then on the way... Oh, right. Cool. Cool. What do you mean that's still a keep out? Really? Huh. Okay, Minorikawa also had a jump from here to Tama, and then there's one from here to Tama as well, to play 5 seconds of Tama's story, and then be like, Lamayo, no! Okay, so I guess it must exist within Kano's story, maybe. I don't know. I have no clue. Let's see. I guess with that in mind, let's just continue with Achi's story and hopefully they don't die. Hopefully they don't die. Mr. Tanaka? Hitomi's voice was barely a squeak. For a moment, all was silent. Maybe it's just a cat, Achi suggested. Or not. It's definitely not a cat. So did we get to see Tama? We saw Tama for all of 5 seconds, and then the game said no. No, that's the wrong jump. So I assume it's something it's in Kano's story, maybe? Or maybe I just made a wrong choice there. We'll see when we get to the end of this and how this plays out. But hello, Black Blue. I hope you have been doing well. The doorknob rattled ominously. You really think that's Tanaka? Achi asked. I am not sure. If it were him, I think he'd probably say something. Achi grabbed Hitomi's hand. We'd better hide. The two of them slipped behind a large piece of plywood stage dressing. I got a 4-day weekend, so I'm ecstatic. Tama, what the hell? Tama, what the hell? Anyway, nice. Congrats. Oh man, that is really good, especially like at the beginning of the year when things are really like, I don't know, like sluggish, if that makes sense. Like when you feel really sluggish and it's like, no, I don't want to go back to work. That's awesome. Congrats. The door swung open with a loud creak. In stepped a cat. Oh, it's just a kitty cat. A giant kitty cat walking upright. Achi and Hitomi stared in confusion as someone in a cat costume slipped into the room. There was something vaguely sinister about the fuzzy figure. Oh, wait a minute. But Tama took off the cat costume. So this is someone else. I see. Okay. Yeah, and this is my first week back from my 2-week break, so it was a nice turn of events. Yeah, that's awesome. Woohoo! The cat had both hands stuffed into its pockets, and it shuffled as it walked, dragging one leg. You think that's someone with the theater troupe? Achi whispered. Maybe? The two huddled in the shadows, pressed almost cheek to cheek. They watched as a cat rifled around inside one of its pockets, then pulled something out. It was a bundle of keys. No doubt the ones it used to get inside. Achi's eyes fixed on the furry mitt that held them. Is that blood? It was stained dark red. I had to kill someone to get these keys. Oh well, that's just me. A typical day in Tama's life. Typical day. That could only mean one thing. Blood. In that moment, Achi finally realized what was going on. That's no theater guy. It was an assassin. It was the assassin. Oh, okay. The person with the cane? Or surely it can't be Kawaran or whatever his name is, because he's over with Kano. So he'd used the cat suit to slip past the theater people and had somehow gotten his hands on the storeroom keys. Now he tossed the keys away, then delicately adjusted the costume's wobbly head. Hitomi, we gotta run. Huh? Hitomi seemed frozen, mesmerized. What is happening? Okay. He did say they walk with a limp. Yeah. So, this is definitely not Tama. So, it's likely the person with the cane. But why would you put on the cane to walk in here, is the question. The cat turned directly toward them. The fur around its mouth was stained crimson. And then he pulled out a gun. Deciding if I want to take a screenshot of this. It's too dark. I think if the blood wasn't there, if it was just regular Tama with a gun, I think I would take a screenshot of this. Hitomi let out a high-pitched cry of shock. The cat drew its other hand out of its pocket. Clutched in its mitt was a gun. Achi and Hitomi had nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Why do I feel like this is a keep out or to be continued? This is oh, this is just a bad end. What's up with the cat? Okay, so Tama, really? Tama should not get rid of the cat costume, is what I'm hearing. Um, disguised in the cat costume, the killer managed to corner Achi and Itomi. But where'd he get that costume? As it happens, it's Tama's fault. It's all Tama's fault. She tossed the suit away after taking it off, allowing the assassin to find it and use it to deceive the theater troupe and gain access to the storeroom. Little could she have known. Alright, what is the person of the what is the name of the person who has gone AWOL in the company? Was it, I thought it was Shinichi. Which to me sounds like a guy's name. But I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So Tama, just keep the suit. Just keep the suit. Why would he know? Like, oh, I just have to get this cat costume and just go over here and put it on. And this is very in-depth conversation, I guess. My question is, where did they come up with the idea to put the costume on anyway? That's exactly my point. Like, how did he know? He was just like, yes, I know, I need this cat costume because if they see it, they'll be like, oh yeah, totally, just here, take the keys. Also, he seemingly killed people for the keys. Just, I don't know. I don't know. That was a weird bad end. Anyway, let's have Tama make correct decisions with her life. Alright. It's not worth the struggle. It's just not worth it. Guess this cat's staying in the bag. I figure I'll head to the knickknack shop as is, like a normal person. Guess this cat's staying in the bag. A popular folk etymology asserts that the expression, let the cat out of the bag, comes from the unscrupulous practices of certain farmers who would sell a pig at market only to deceive the buyers by serendipitously swapping out the porker for a cat. Why would you do that? The likelihood of anyone mistaking a cat, even one inside of a bag, for a pig is, however, extremely low, let alone the likelihood that enough people would fall for such a scheme to warrant a phrase referring to it entering the language. This is alright, that was certainly a trivia. That was certainly trivia. I figure I'll head to the knickknack shop as is. Alrighty then. Cool. What does that mean then? I have to go back over here. And Suzune's illness. I have to listen to that again. But after that, maybe the cat phrase will actually get rid of the keep out there. For real this time. So I might mistake a baby pig for a cat. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. If it's in a bag, then yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell one or the other. Sometimes I think did I read this? But that's never gonna happen, not unless Suzune gets better. He stared into the distance at nothing in particular. At least he'd sorted out how he felt about his former pals. Is there nothing that can help your sister? Oh, right. Okay, let's just skip through all of this. 4 hours, things get dicey. She also has Bombay blood, which is super interesting. Super duper interesting. The odds of meeting someone with Bombay blood are just impossible, he says, but I'm sure it'll happen. In this story, anything can happen. But interesting that Bombay blood is a real thing. And there are apparently other types of like super rare blood types as well. It's not just Bombay blood. So I read the whole Wikipedia article on it. All right. Now it should just be the guy. The guy. Isn't this gonna end in the same bad end? Mr. Tanaka? For a moment, all was silent. Maybe it's just a cat, Raji suggested, or not. Oh, but he can't get in now. But seemingly it still implied that he killed people for the he killed people, didn't he? For the keys. Or maybe he was just covered in blood. He just happened to be covered in blood. Um okay. He got shot earlier technically, so anyway, let's make the jump. Wahoo! Yeah, now there we go. The sales demo is over, and against all odds, I managed to get paid. Money clutched in one paw, I head to the knickknack shop to finally buy that necklace I can't stop thinking about. Hello? Anyone there? I call out. There's no reply. Is the shopkeeper out? Ah, just a moment. Panting, the sales clerk comes scurrying into the shop behind me. Sorry about that. Just had to pop out for a sec. Oh, you would not believe what I just saw. He leans against a pillar, gasping audibly as he tries to catch his breath. Ah, you're here about that necklace. Do you still have it? Of course. Thank you so much. I have half the money here, and the rest is in my... Oh. I suddenly remember something very important. Oh, no. The sales clerk gives me a curious look. What's the matter? My wallet, it's still in here. I pat the costume around I pat the costume around the tummy. So why don't you just take that outfit off? Well, I mean, the zipper's kind of broken. It's not anymore. You could just get rid of it. I promise you. I wouldn't be having all this trouble if I could just get out of this darn costume. Kind of broken. It's way more broken than that. Well, yeah. Yeah. The sales clerk points me to a full-body mirror. He's right, the zipper in the back is hanging open. Taking this thing off will be a cinch now. Yeah, you could do it right now. Right now. Oh, thank you. I give him a bow. I'm not sure you need to be thanking me, he says. No, I do. If you hadn't pointed that out, I might have let myself stay stuck in here forever. Okay. So really, thank you so much. I bow again and again. It's freedom. Alright, now burn the cat costume so Achi can live. No! No! I really wanted it to stop so I could just be like, who the fuck are you? I've never seen you before in my life. Maria! Maria! Are you fucking kidding? Oh my god. Okay. She does look exactly like Hitomi. Maybe I would have to see her in like normal everyday clothes to sort of picture it. I didn't realize. So what happens? Do I go back out and it's just Maria? No, it's just Tama. Who is this? Tama. We don't have a person named Tama. So everything that I said was really true. Like she woke up and she forgot that she was kidnapped. So like Lama, I just forgot. So I just walked out of there and then, huh? Okay. And the first thing that you did upon losing your memories was just like, I really need to have this necklace. It's super cool. I could have swore you mentioned before that you thought Tama was Maria. Yeah, that was like my whole running theory for like the longest time until Achi got to the warehouse just now in this time block. And then I was like, oh, maybe it's Shinichi or something. The person that went AWOL. But no, it was Maria. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay. Huh. Okay. I have to stop being starstruck by that. Let's go ahead and save Achi possibly, and maybe Kano. I don't know about Kano. I think we just continue forward with this, and hopefully we don't die. Mr. Tanaka, this is the third time I've said this. Hitomi's voice was audibly screaming. For a moment, it was silent. Maybe it's just a cat. Suddenly, someone hit the door hard. It sounded like they were trying to break the lock. You really think that's Tanaka? Achi asked. I'm not sure. If it were him, I think he'd probably say something. Well, then where did... What? Huh? Wait a minute. But where did... Tama got the cat costume from Mr. Boss. So the people in the... Wait... So the people in the company saw a person in the cat suit and was like, give me the keys. And they were like, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I'm sure you're probably in the company. I don't imagine so. I think in that timeline, then that really does mean that those people got killed for the keys. I'm pretty sure. And he just wore it to, like, conceal his identity. Achi grabbed Hitomi's hand. We'd better hide. The two of them slipped behind a large piece of plywood stage dressing. I wonder if the actors are actually twins or if it's the same person playing both roles. I imagine it's the same person playing both roles. Only because... I don't know. It depends. We'll see. But I imagine twins who are both actors especially are pretty rare. So we'll see. The door swung open with a loud creak. In stepped the man with the cane. What the heck? Achi whispered. What's he doing here? Gun drawn, the assassin prowled slowly around the storeroom. Achi and Hitomi crouched behind the plywood prop, trying not to make a sound. The man moved out of their line of sight. Achi gazed longingly at the door. I saw an autosave. Achi risked a peek around the corner of the plywood. He still couldn't see the man with the cane. The door was maybe 5 centimeters away. What should they do? Oh, joy. They just need to wait. No, just make a run for it. It'll be fine. If you stay here, I'm sure he'll find you. They need to just make a run for it. Achi took a firm grip on Hitomi's hand. The only twin actors I know of are the Olsen twins and Tia and Tamara. Yeah. It's pretty rare, I think, to have them both be interested in the same things. It's one thing if they're like Zach and Cody, like child-esque actors, you know, and your parents sign you up for it. That's one thing. But to be like adults and still want to be a part of the same things and the same franchises, usually that doesn't happen, I think. Suddenly, they heard the sound of a cell phone vibrating from behind a tall piece of plywood leaning by the door. The assassin stepped out from behind it. If they'd made a run for it, they'd probably have bumped right into it. Oh. Oh? That was a close one. Well, your choice does not matter. I made the right choice, right? I did just make the choice. Yeah. Wait. Yeah? I don't know what I said. Anyway. Oh well. Yeah, Dylan and Cole Sprouse. Yes. That was a close one. Achi wiped a few beads of cold sweat. I'm sure this is the place. His voice was low and confident. Uh-oh, did he have friends? Still clutching his phone, the assassin wandered deeper into the storeroom. Achi and Hitomi took the opportunity to slip out of the door. Hitomi, just throw your phone away. I'm begging you. They ran through the alleyways back toward the main road. Before they reached it, however, they suddenly found their path cut off by one of the foreigners who chased them earlier, the accomplice of the man with the pipe. Uh-oh. He stood waiting for them, holding a knife in one hand. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so at the very least, I think the foreigners want Hitomi because they're like, shit, we lost our hostage. We lost her. She just walked out of there, and I didn't think she would do it, but she did. and they're like, okay, so we're missing Maria, but we can still get Hitomi, and they still have a reason to cooperate with us, essentially. I don't know about the guy with the cane, though. I don't know if he's after Hitomi for the same reason, or likely not, because he's not working with them. But out of the frying pan and into the fire. If they turned back, Achi knew the man with the cane might catch up with them, and he had a gun. Achi slipped off his sleeveless jacket and wrapped it around his left arm. He was going to have to use his left arm to guard against the knife while punching with his right hand. That is insane. Insane. He clenched his fist and braced himself. And then, suddenly, he froze. Huh? A small, dark silhouette dropped somewhere from somewhere up above. Landing deftly, the newcomer lunged toward the man with the knife, closing the gap between them in a blink of an eye. What? The figure delivered a swift chop to the back of the man's neck. Oh. Who could this be? Oh, I guess his friend? Maybe Kiryu, even? His friend Suzuma? Or Kiryu. He dropped to the pavement like a dead man, finally giving Achi a clear view of the shadow behind him. I'm a liar. I'm a liar. Achi couldn't believe his eyes. Who the frick are you? It was a small-statured young woman with Middle Eastern features. Hitomi let out a little gasp. This is a to be continued, isn't it? Kanan? Kanan? Yeah? Okay. To be continued. That is... What is happening? What is happening? A lot of these are ending not in the way that I expected them to. Not Tama's. Not Achi's. I can't even remember what happened at the end. What happened at the end of yours? Oh, your computer died. Okay. Alright, cool. And Osawa found out that Tanaka may be evil. Right, okay. It's a very smart tactic if you are forced to fight against a knife opponent. Yeah. That in of itself is very smart. But, like, his complete willingness to just do that, he's just like, well, I guess we're here now. This is what I'm gonna have to do. Crazy on his part. Okay. Well, with that being said, I think we just have to make a choice for Kano. I think? Maybe, possibly. Hold on, let me check. You do something. Someone can do something at 1340 that throws a wrench in Kano's activities. Who exists at 40? Okay, so not you guys. Maria. Maria has a choice. And Minori Kawa has a choice. What did you say? What? What was the choice here? Maybe boss would be willing to take the Shibuya Now survey. No, nothing really came to mind. It was about time to wrap this up. I wouldn't necessarily think this has anything to do with anything. I'm gonna assume that I'm on the right track and just make a different choice for Kano, and if not, then I'll come back to this and make a different choice or something. Let's get out of here. How do I do that? Triangle. Yes, triangle. Alrighty then. In that case, finally, some movement. Interrogation. Where was the choice? Was it here? Okay. What was the other part, then, of that? Thanks to the involvement of unrelated parties and Kano's reaction, Thanks to the involvement of unrelated parties, and Kano's reaction will make the investigation play out differently. Oh. Oh. Okay. So this investigation is supposed to happen. It's just that somebody needs to make a different choice. Okay. Alright. I see. The beauty of this game is that you never know how anything relates to anything until it plays out until the end. Like a snail. Yeah! Yeah! Exactly! Just like a snail. Let's see. In that case, we only have 2 choices that can be made around that time. If we don't do this choice over here, then, I mean, Achi will die. So I'm gonna guess it's Minorikawa. No, nothing really came to mind. It was about time to wrap this up. Thank you for your time, Mr. Boss. If you'll excuse me, though, I have to get to another interview. Oh, I forgot the voice I gave you. It's been so long. Oh, no, of course. Allow me to walk you out. Boss rose to his feet as Minorikawa got up to leave. Oh, that won't be necessary. It's no trouble. I'm heading out now myself. Gotta run before those guys show up. Oh, okay. So you do have an inkling of awareness that, like, yeah, they're gonna show up, so I better skedaddle. What guys do you mean? Oh, nobody. Just a personal thing is all. They parted ways outside the building, and Minorikawa headed off to the cafe to put his article together. Okay, so Boss is still alive. Congrats. Okay. No, perfect timing. It's me. This man he spoke about... can I skip this? I can. Can I skip all the way to the end? Minorikawa felt the blood drain from his face. I know it's... Where would I have to start? Here? I know it's already saved. I just want to completely make sure that this is... I think this is where it stops. Well, it's saved, so... I think it's fine. I think it's okay. In that case, let's go back. Yeah, it erased the bad end. Finally, some movement. Hold on 1 second, reading a text. All right. At long last, the traffic began to move again. Almost as soon as it did, however, Stanley had to slam on the brakes. Because Boss was just like, please, you gotta help me. A frantic-looking man had jumped out in front of the car. Oh, what the hell are you doing? Kano sputtered. The stranger plastered his face against the passenger side window. Open up, he shouted. Open the door. The guy showed every sign of being of total panic. A guy. Junichi, yeah, boss. Junichi boss. Okay, cool. Something happened just after he parted ways with Minorikawa, and now he's running. Quite a panic at that. We don't need to make that jump. Don't do it, Stanley warned. Kano hesitated. It wasn't like they could drive off with this fellow clinging to the car. Okay. Please, you gotta help me. The man slipped his fingers in through the gap in the window, trying to force it open further, like a dummy. Help me. Whoa, hold on. What's your deal? Help me. Sir, just tell me what... Help me. Look, up ahead. Stanley exclaimed suddenly. Oh, right. I was like, what are we looking at here? Kano whipped his head around. There, walking along the the sidewalk ahead was Alcaran, very much not in custody. What the hell? Kano tried to jump out of the car, but the frantic stranger had gotten his upper body wedged in the door, and the door just wouldn't open. Really? Okay, sure. Well, I guess Stanley will take care of it then. Stanley, his usual steely expression replaced with a look of shock, exited on the driver's side and went after Kawaran himself. Kano shouted at the man in the window. Get out of the way. Stanley, wait. Alright, get in. Sure, get in. I don't know. Get in. If the man was that desperate to get inside, Kano wasn't about to stop him. Besides, really? This is a police car. Besides, he needed to get the guy to calm down and let go of his arm. Oh, the man yelped. Let go, let go. He was the one holding on. Why was he demanding to be let go? What the hell is going on? Just as Kano's thought was forming, the crazed stranger was yanked out of the car, dragging Kano with him. Ah, okay. A pair of rough-looking men had grabbed him by his lower body. No, no, he screams. I can't do 80 days of hard labor. Somehow, he's still managing to cling to the car door. Just give it up and let go already, snarled one of the assailants. The pair shifted their grip and pulled even harder. Kano heard the sound of tearing fabric as the two toughs tumbled backward. Great. Awesome. I feel like all the actors had a great time, like, shooting shots and filming scenes. Just very lovely. Just like that, the crazed stranger was stripped down to his boxers. He let out a pathetic wail. Oh, man! The two toughs burst into uproarious laughter at the sight. Now's our chance, one of them managed to sputter. And he just ran away like that. Okay, well, I guess we'll see him later in Tama's story. The pantsless man snatched off his ruined garment and bolted like a startled hare. Like a startled hare, what is that? To dart incredibly quick, in the manner of a fleeing rabbit. Boss runs more like a rat than a rabbit, though. Great choice in apparel. True. Still cackling madly, his two pursuers rushed after him. At least they have a sense of humor. Kano was still staring dumbstruck at the spectacle when Stanley returned to the car. How'd it go, Stanley? No luck. I lost track of him. Dang it. This doesn't make sense, Kano said, forcing himself to refocus on the case. Al-Kawaran was taken back to the precinct. What's he doing walking free? Stanley gave him a dubious look. Have you seriously not figured it out? He asked. Or is this some kind of strange Japanese joke I'm not getting? What are you talking about? Kano replied. Do you know something I don't? Evidently I do. Your detective Tatano let him go on purpose. That's the only explanation. Congrats! A character with brain cells. We did it. We did it, Shibuya Scramble. They do exist. They are real. Enraged at the suggestion, Kano took a swing at him, but Stanley coolly caught his fist. To be fair, I think Osawa also has brain cells. Everyone else? Debatable. Very debatable. Kano took a swing at him, but Stanley coolly caught his fist. It's not me you should be punching, the American warned. It's Tatano. Abashed, Kano radioed up Kuze on the wireless. Sir, did Detective Tatano bring Tariq Al-Kawaran into the precinct? Kuze replied with chagrin. He what? He what? What did you just say? No, like seriously, what did you just say? Surely Kano had misheard. We've received eyewitness accounts. Someone saw him allowing a suspect to go free. No, it can't be. We currently do not know the Detective Tatano's whereabouts. Or just what the hell is going on with him? Kano ended the call, Stanley let out a low chuckle. I see. Looks like you had a traitor in your midst. Kano grabbed him by the collar. Stanley snorted. What are you trying to pull here? Tell me what you know, Kano snapped. All I did is state the facts. Look, I watched that man risk his life to talk to a would-be arsonist. He's a dyed-in-the-wool detective. He'd never betray anybody. I see, Stanley murmured. Then he's the real deal. Kano stared in surprise. He expected an argument. Good, he said. Good, he said. I'm glad we're on the same page. Tatano risked his life in order to get people to trust him. He's a dyed-in-the-wool spy, is what he is. Kano didn't have the words. His clenched fist trembled once more. He fumbled for his cell phone again. Give me 1 second. I'm going to drink some tea that I made at the beginning of the stream so it's lukewarm again. Shoot. You need one of those tea lamps to keep your tea warm. True, I do. I do. A worthy investment, to be honest. He dialed Tatano's number. The phone rang 5 times, but failed to connect. There has to be a reason for this, Kano muttered. Tatano must know something we don't. Really now, Stanley scoffed. And what makes you so sure of that? Because Detective Tatano was sure this kidnapping wasn't about the ransom. Kano's mind drifted back to 9 o'clock that morning. Ahead of their stakeout at the Scramble, he was walking with Tatano through the halls in the Shibuya precinct. We're going to do a bang-up job out there, Detective Tatano, he chirped. He was maybe a bit too excited about getting to take part in such a major case. Tatano patted Kano on the back. You need to take a step back. You're not letting yourself see the forest for the trees. What do you mean, sir? What I mean is that this is no ordinary kidnapping. Tatano's words triggered a little revelation. You're talking about the location of the ransom handoff, aren't you? Kano said. It doesn't make sense for the criminals to pick such a major intersection. Warmer, Tatano replied. Kano frowned inwardly. He'd been so sure that was the answer. Have you thought about why they asked to have the sister make the handoff? Yeah, I mean, Achi did. I don't think I have. Kano thought some more before answering. Because women are easier to deal with, he suggested. Colder? If that was the case, why not pick the mother? No, what worries me, I mean, the mother does not care about the girls at all. She would be like, no, I don't care. No, what worries me is the fact that the Osawa girls are twins. They're having us send someone to the handoff who looks identical to the girl they kidnapped. What's going to happen when we do that? What is going to happen, sir? Kano asked. I'm not sure yet, but I have a feeling the kidnapper's plan hinges on it. The two exited through the precinct's main entrance. Up ahead, rows of buildings stood tall against a backdrop of bright blue sky. Tatano let out a quiet sigh. To think that so many terrible things are happening out there on such a beautiful day. Solve one case and another's awaiting, he went on, as always. What is it about people that drives them to do such horrible things? This world isn't perfect. A girl abducted out of pure greed. When I think about how her parents must feel, I almost can't bear it. They made their way toward the scramble. Tateno continued, talking in a quiet voice. My father was a raging alcoholic. This is certainly a time to bring this up. The house was always a complete mess. It was loud, violent, never had any money, always reeked of booze. My mother, she would cry and cry. I was afraid to come home. Every day I stayed out playing as late as I could possibly manage. Kano could hear the pain in Tateno's voice. That life took too much of a toll on my mother. She died when I was still in grade school. And my father, he just got worse. I was there with him at the end, after he'd wasted away to almost nothing. Not the sort of childhood I'd ever wish on anybody. It sounds like you really went through a lot. Kano hated himself for uttering such an empty platitude, but he had no idea what else to say. I don't imagine most people would know what to say in this situation. Kano, as old as I am, I still don't really know what it is to be happy. I think that's probably because I've never known what it's like to have a happy family. Tateno sounded so forlorn. The only happiness I know how to protect is other people's happiness. Trying to figure this out? Or I don't know. I need the story to explain some more about him. Kano heard in those words the soul of a true detective. I just hope you're ready. Oh, that was me, I think. Okay, no, that was me. I just hope you're ready. Kano did his best to keep his voice as calm and level as he could, lifting up his clenched fist. Because if I find proof that Tateno is innocent, I'm planting this right into your jaw. Stanley just cracked a wry smile. Well, it's a good thing I'm not fucking stupid then. The traffic had finally diminished, and they rapidly grew closer to their destination. All right, this time for sure, there's no extra dead body we thought was dead that wasn't dead. Oops. No, that's not happening. The syndicate's hangout was in Tomigaya, to the southwest of Yoyogi Park. The ratty building looked like it might come crashing down at any minute. The Black Lodge sign out front looked deliberately ominous. Kano knew the place as a bar frequented by expats from various countries, as well as a hotbed of criminal activity. I'll take point, Stanley said. You back me up. He pulled a handgun from his suit pocket. It was a compact Glock. We've got this. Okay. Kano drew his own gun, and the two cautiously made their way inside. At the end of the hallway was a wooden door. Stanley signaled with his eyes. Kano gave a tiny nod, and Stanley kicked the door in. The stench of blood hit them as soon as they stepped inside. Now, to me, it looks like all the same bodies are still there. To me, it looks the exact same, but I don't know. It might be different. It might be the same thing, but there are more bodies off to the side we can't see. Kano let out a startled gasp. There were nearly a dozen bodies sprawled out across the floor. He recognized them all. They were men who'd participated in the repeated attaché handoffs. Each appeared to have been stabbed to death. With the fakest blood known to man, Stanley took a closer look, because he wasn't dead. The blood's not fully dried. These guys weren't killed that long ago. Kano quickly scanned the bar high and low, but there was no sign of a killer in hiding. There was no trace of Maria either, because she's just off having a comedy adventure. She doesn't really care about this. One of the fallen men let out a faint, strained groan. Hey, Kano called out. Stay with us. He hunched down beside the wounded man. A brief gurgle rose from the man's throat. He was clearly struggling to say something, but his voice was too garbled, too indistinct for Kano to make out any coherent words. Oh. The same person who saved Achi and Hitomi also killed Kano in an alternate timeline. Okay. What was that? But there was no more. The dying man went limp and still. I think this is the end of this one. To be continued. Yeah, we did it. We beat the time block. Okay, so like, I would say 4 of those 5 stories had really good endings. Like, really good endings for the mystery. Alright, time for another trailer. Yeah! I've got a really bad preposition about this. Never take anything at face value. This is who you calling Flim Flam. Do you know me? Because I don't. You've ordered so many things to yourself. 14 to 15. Let's go. Alright, deadly preposition. Clear the 13 times. Hey! No way. Hello. Yeah. So this is well, Maria. You have Achi. You kind of move like right to left when you click on her. Or, yeah, basically. All right. Well, with that being said, that's a cute outfit she has on though. Yeah, and she also got the necklace. Good for her, honestly. Good for her. So, whose story do I want to play through? Tempted to go with Osawa? Also tempted to play through Maria's. And maybe even Achi's, because I want to know what's going on here. Let's see. Maybe even Kano's. Or maybe, surprisingly, even Minorikawa's. I don't know how to make choices. Alright, well, you know what? We're just gonna do this. You are it. Alright, Maria, cool. I definitely have my eyes closed for that. I just wanna clarify. I was not biased. The sales clerk continues to stare at me. You know, you look really familiar, he says. Huh? Really? I perk up at that. Yeah, she kinda... Hitomi doesn't have a mole on her face, I don't think. So to me, that... well, to me, that kind of makes a difference, but... Okay. Sure you did. Listen, alright? I perk up at that. Maybe I can find out something about who I am. Yeah, you totally look like some pop singer or a TV personality. I just can't remember who. Oh, that's what you meant. My shoulders slump in disappointment. Look, if you're trying to flatter me, how about give me a discount on the necklace? Sure, okay. I mean, it's just something I picked off the side of the road. The sale clerk stammers for a moment. Okay, how about I take off 10,000, 30,000, and it's yours. You mean it? That perks me right back up. Guess I'm easy to please. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's not what she means and you know it. I wasn't I didn't bring anything up. Sure, you look like you might need to buy some new clothes too. He points to my sweater. What about my sweater? Oh, it's ripped. Oh. There's a tiny tear in the left shoulder. So, what do you want to do about the cat? Burn it. Burn it, please. Want me to dispose of it for you? Yes, please. He gestures at my costume with his jaw. Oh, right. What should I do? I feel... I feel a little guilty about asking him to go out his way. Maybe I should deal with it myself. He obviously wants to help me. You know what? Deal with it yourself. I feel a little guilty about having him go out of his way for me, more than he already has. Maybe I should deal with it myself. He looks a bit disappointed when I tell him that. I buy the necklace for 30,000 yen and leave the knickknack shop, hauling the costume with me. What is this? What has Tama's story been this whole time? I don't understand. But as I walk along, I start regretting my decision. I can't find a good place to throw the cat outfit away. Finally, I spot a convenience store that looks like it'll do just fine. One of the employees is out front cleaning out the trash can. Several large garbage bags line the side of the road. Perfect. Maybe I can have him toss out the costume along with everything else. Excuse me. So, I got this old cat suit here. I figure it can't hurt to ask. Yeah, I know. The shop boy takes the costume from me. Takuo Okado, 22-year-old getting by on part-time employment. Recently, after a number of employees quit in rapid succession, the owner hurried to took on several new hires. But for some reason, instead of everyone chipping in on cleaning, Okado always winds up stuck up doing it. Okay, I see. You must have been there when... I can't remember at this point. I think we passed by you during Achi's story, I think you're the same person. This is the same shop. You're here to throw this thing out. Oh, he must recognize Hitomi. I got it. He sounds wholly unsurprised. He accepts it so blithely that I actually feel bad. It's been like this all morning, he says. I don't even care anymore. just throw away what you need now and be on your way, I guess. It's been like what all morning? Either Achi or Minorikawa. Yeah. Can't remember. Yeah, I guess. Can't remember with Minorikawa. I'm out here cleaning and people keep dumping trash on me. First, it was this couple that shows up and threw the garbage bag at me. Achi Endo and Hitomi Osawa. The two had just run into a girl called Kana. We should really go check in on them. I'm actually really curious about that as well. After that, some homeless-looking guy came by, took off all his clothes, and left. Detective Yuji Sasai from the Shibuya precinct. At the moment, Sasayama is searching for a costume for his next disguise. Oh boy, well, might I introduce you to this cat costume? It'll be great. Like just now, some chubby girl tossed out some empty cardboard boxes and a bunch of empty bottles. Oh, that must have been Cheery. Yeah, that must have been Cheery. She was probably drinking the burning hammer while she walked along. So, when you came by just now with this thing, I knew right away. Yep, miss again. I'm sorry. It's alright. 3 times, 4 times. What's the difference? He flashes a bright smile, but it's clearly insincere. Then, he looks at me more closely. Huh. Aren't you the girlfriend of the dude who threw the bag of garbage at me? What? No, not me. Huh, guess I'm misremembering then. From this angle, yeah, okay, I see the Hitomi-ness, okay. Well, anyway, thank you for your help with this. I give the guy a bow. Sega! A few minutes later, near the station, I spot a sort of mall. Checking the directory by the entrance, I see that it's got several clothing shops and an arcade inside. They probably sell shirts in there. I hurry inside. The interior of the building is like the twisting maze of corridors, all of them overflowing with people. I take the escalator to the second floor and find myself amidst rows of arcade games. Alright, now, like a Yakuza game, let's go play one. Let's go play one of them for 30 hours. I was trying to get to the fashion area, but I must have gone the wrong way. Huh? Excuse me. You haven't seen a lost little girl, have you? You mean a girl who face planted? I haven't gotten over that, man. I think that was legitimately the funniest thing that has ever happened in the game so far. I turn to see a miserable-looking middle-aged man peering at me anxiously. Teruo Toyama. He got separated from his daughter Hana while running from debt collectors. He's on edge, worried that the men who are after him might take Hana hostage. Have you seen her? A little girl about 10 years old. A girl around 10? Have I seen her? What's her name? At the mall. Some one song. Hana. Hana Toyama. Hana? Oh, that's a pretty name. So, she's about yay tall. The man launches into a rapid-fire explanation, describing the girl's features, hair, and clothes. I got separated from her around Center Guy. She likes this place, so I thought maybe she'd come here. Center Guy? That's right, now I remember. This is the guy I bumped into earlier in the afternoon while I was racing around in the cat costume. He got separated from his daughter? Oh! Right, that's true. You guys had an awkward bump-in, and then that didn't go anywhere, and I was so confused by that. I see. Yikes. If she did come here, it's not going to be easy to find her in the midst of these crowds. Are you sure she didn't go back home? I ask. Well, there's this problem, he mutters. Going home isn't an option. Well, that's not really an explanation. Sorry to bother you. I'll look around a bit more. With that, Hana's father disappears into the crowd. I leave the arcade and head for the fashion area. And there's Boss. I bump into Mr. Boss in the hallway lined with photo booths. Huh? Boss? What's he doing in a place like this? Now. Oh, Tama, you're out of the suit. For some reason, he's got a bunch of magazines strewn across the floor. Yeah, finally managed to get it off. That's good. I wish you could have been there at the sales demo without your face hidden anyway. What are you doing? You mentioned something about a creek earlier. Are you going on a trip? Yeah, are you going on a trip? I assume that's me. Yeah, I was, but then I remembered something important. I get motion sickness, something fierce. He sounds like he's kind of proud of himself. To be honest, I kind of get motion sick as well. Even in cars when I'm driving myself, I still get like motion sick. So it kind of sucks. But there's varying levels for me. The worst is definitely boats. Boats are awful. So yeah, no trips for me. Heck, I don't even want to think about that now. What about the money you owe? I ask, curious. Well, as it happens, I think I may have found my solution. He brings a hand to his mouth and giggles. Oh. Right. Well, this is gonna suck for Minorikawa, but I mean, sure, I guess. My sister gets motion sick too. It's why she never takes the middle seat when in a car. Yeah. It is rough with motion sickness. It's just like super rough. So, right here, I found a great way to make a killing. To earn a lot of money, usually in a very short time and or with little effort. The phrase originated in the 19th century in reference to hunters who were paid based on the numbers of kills they made. I did not know that. He opens the magazine he's holding to reveal a scratch card with the potential of 100k yen prize. You just gotta scratch off one of these to win 100k yen. All I need is 30 of them and my debt's squared away. Each magazine I can nab is more money for me. Despite his enthusiasm, his story doesn't quite add up. Are those scratch cards guaranteed to win? No, of course not. It's a lottery sort of thing. Well, you know what? Wait. There we go. I will save the screenshot for later. Well, then having 30 copies of the magazine is hardly a foolproof solution. Quite the opposite, in fact, but I hold my tongue. Oh, does he not know about the secret? I guess not. Okay, then. Now that my goddess of fortune, Tama's here, let me hurry and scratch these suckers off. Boss begins fervently scratching away at the first card with a coin. Aw, that That one's a loser. Oh, he doesn't he doesn't know. Oh boy. Well, that one's a loser. Maybe this next one? No. Maybe that's a loser too. Damn it. So it's this one. And this one. In a spectacular display, he scratches off one losing card after another. Soon, he's down to just one last magazine. You're not a very lucky person, are you?
Oh, please don't say that.
Mr. Boss looks like he's on the verge of tears. Bah. It would be just like him to not know about the secret to the cards. It would. It would, to be honest. I stare at one of the losing cards. You know, if you could just see the symbols through the card, you'd win for sure, I say jokingly. Oh. I hold up the card to the light. When I do, I really can see the symbols through the cards. Boss, I think I might have just... Shh! He interrupts me before I can share this shocking discovery, which would have made him tons of money, but oh well. I look at him in surprise. Mr. Boss has gone all pale.
Quiet, Tama. Those guys are here.
He shoves me into a photo booth. Those guys? The debt collectors, he hisses. They just do not give up. If this is the same actor, either this is a different, really are twins and this is a different actor from Hitomi and she's taller, or Boss is just really short. I didn't realize. Okay. Hello, Chu. Hello. You didn't level up his luck stat. Unfortunately not. Thank you for the lurk. Too late now, anyway. I doubt Minorikawa's friend can pay it. Yeah, and anyway, in that case, yeah, probably not. He's not very bright. Yeah. Peeking out of the booth, I spot a pair of men who look pretty rough around the edges. Is it those two? Shh, not so loud. The men are looking around, and they're getting closer and closer.
What do I do? Oh, what do I do?
Mr. Boss starts getting panicky.
Tama, what do I do?
I have no idea.
Oh, this is not good.
Mr. Boss whimpers. Getting involved with those thugs strikes me as a bad idea. I pretend not to know Boss and run off. This guy gave me a job, so I kind of owe him. I look around for a better place for the two of us to hide. B for sure. But I just like the idea that you can just walk away. It's like, whatever, I don't care. This guy gave me a job, so I kind of owe him. I look around for a better place for the two of us to hide. Unfortunately, I don't see anywhere that might work. We might be safest staying right here where we are. Just stay nice and still and we'll be fine, I whisper.
Yeah, you're probably right.
The curtain is drawn so people can't see inside, but just to keep up appearances, we start taking photos as if we're normal customers.
I really hope they don't look in here,
Mr. Boss murmurs.
What'll they do if they find us?
They won't, just don't worry. Despite my reassurances, it was a while before he stopped trembling. Then he said,
You know, Tama, they say that when a man and a woman meet under unusual circumstances, it's easy for them to fall in love.
I don't think so. Uh-huh. Do they now?
They do. Going through an extreme situation together makes you fall for each other. So, want to get married?
No way. Yeah, I'm not having this conversation. I don't care. Anyway, I think they're gone now. The debt collectors, I mean. Mr. Boss peeks out and quickly scans the surrounding area.
They're gone. So long, losers.
His fear has given way to a burst of manic energy. Guess I'm in the clear now.
Guess I'm in the clear now. Thanks, Tama. Come on, let's take some commemorative photos.
Huh? To commemorate what exactly?
Come on, it'll be fun.
Okay, big smile now.
Ready? Cheese! Butter! Margarine. Afrolife. Cutes.
After that, I part ways with Mr. Boss and head to a different floor. I don't tell him about being able to see through the scratch cards. The guy really ought to develop a proper work ethic. Hey, come on, wait up. Who is talking right now? I'm on the escalator to the 3rd floor when I hear someone shouting. I figure it's someone yelling to their kid, but when I turn to look, I see a young man I don't recognize staring right at me. Where are you going? It's not safe for us to get to... Oh. I had a feeling that this might happen, but I wasn't sure. Where are you going? It's not safe for us to get too separated. What? Who's this weirdo? Is this some new pickup trick or something? I rush up the escalator to get away from the guy. He's gonna be so confused. He's gonna be like, "Are you meeting with Mr. Tanaka?" When I get to the restaurant section of the 4th floor, I'm hit with a sudden pang of hunger. True, you haven't eaten all day. Come to think of it, I haven't eaten a thing all day. I'm so hungry, I mutter to myself as I walk around. Is that Sonic in the background? What should I eat? Then I spot Cheery coming out of a Chinese restaurant. Hey, Cheery! She turns to look at me confused. Who are you? You never saw me without the cat costume? Oh, it's me, it's Tama. Ah, I thought I recognized that voice. She replies with a nod. Did you eat again? I asked. Well, yeah, but they kicked me out. Isn't that just terrible? She looks pretty displeased. I came here because they said it was all you can eat, but they closed shop because they ran out of food. Oh, wow, you're right. I spot one of the restaurant staff hanging a close sign at the front door. She looks like she's possessed. Ward off the evil spirits. Man, now my early afternoon snack is ruined. An afternoon snack? At an all-you-can-eat buffet? I can't help but stare at Cheery's midsection, amazed by what that stomach is capable of. True. By the way, have you seen the boss? She asks. I thought he finally accepted that he needs to buckle down and work, but he's got some crazy new scheme. What? Guess the guy's never gonna learn. I figured nothing's good is gonna come from associating with him. I'd be careful if I were you too. Huh. Well, I have amnesia, so this is really... I don't really have a lot of options. Done with her little rant, Cheery says goodbye and heads off among the restaurants. Hitomi? Who said that? Were they talking to me? Huh? Hey! I didn't know you were just out here. What's going on? What's going on, dude? Oh, Achi is gonna see this and hate this. Achi is gonna hate this. I turn to see a businessman of some sort staring in my direction. Like everyone I've run into today, I don't recognize him. For some reason, though, I feel relaxed at his presence. Where did she get the money to pay for all this food? True! Did she really need the job at Burning Hammer? Or I guess she used the... Wait. She didn't get paid. She didn't get paid for the job. So... Okay, well, I guess she was just doing it for fun. It's just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Is that you, Hitomi? Hitomi? Could that be my name? Or are you Maria? No, As I fumble for words, the man peers at me with obvious concern. What are you doing in a place like this? We need to get you back home. Your parents are worried sick. My parents? Did someone file a missing persons report while I was wandering around with amnesia? The man leads the way, and I follow. Okay, well, hopefully Tanaka isn't being too much of a sussy baka today. We leave the Gigo building, but head down a narrow alleyway. Then the man suddenly stops. I feel a jolt of anxiety as I notice something gleaming in his hand. Uh-oh. It doesn't matter which of the two you are. You're both in the way. He mutters almost as if talking to himself. Why would you do that? Why would you say that? Think of all the good times we've had together. And then I got amnesia again. Right after that, everything goes dark. And then I died. Oh well. So I'm guessing Osawa has to make some decisions and not let this man leave. Number 37, a mysterious man. After meeting a man who seemed to know her on the restaurant level, our heroine hoped to find out more about her past. Instead, she wound up getting attacked in an alleyway. Ultimately, this all came to pass because she was avoiding that young man who mistook her for Hitomi. Oh, so Achi? If he hadn't come shouting at her, she would have gone to buy some clothes as originally intended. Okay, well, Achi, you need to stop making choices, I guess. Cool. Well, with that out of the way, um, let's go to Achi's story, because I'm kind of interested in seeing where that goes. But I also want to see Kano. I also want to see Kano. Let's go with Achi. Shoot, I don't have a voice for you. Uh, you must be Hitomi. The girl called Kanan spoke fairly fluent Japanese. Hitomi nodded in response. Yes, that's me. And you're Kanan, right? How'd you know my name? Did Maria tell you? Yes. She told me about this amazing girl from overseas she made friends with. Ah, right. Okay. That's why that got brought up. Okay. A thin smile crossed Kanan's lips at the word amazing. Then her look grew sad. Poor Maria. It's all my fault that she was abducted. What? Achi and Hitomi gasped in unison. Well, it's okay, because she's fine now. She's fine now. All of this can be countered with, she's fine now, if only someone knew. That's why I have to rescue her, Kanan added. Hold on a second, Hitomi said. What do you mean it's your fault? Kanan replied by jerking her chin in the direction of the main road. Better head that way, she said softly. Someone's coming. But Hitomi didn't back down. Please tell me, why was my sister kidnapped? Several sets of footsteps echoed down the alley. They could see figures approaching now. By the looks of them, accomplices of the man Kanan had taken down earlier. You two, get out of here, she warned. I'll handle this. She stepped out in front of Achi and Hitomi, moving with such confidence that she didn't doubt she could handle the threat. I mean, she did kill a bunch of dudes, so she'll be fine. Come to the Gigo building at 3 o'clock, she added quietly, never taking her eyes off advancing syndicate members. Huh? Hitomi squeaked. I'll explain everything then. The criminals broke into a run. Hitomi, come on, let's go, Achi hissed. He took her by the hand and bolted from the alleyway. Huh. Okay, so they don't get separated there. I thought Kanan was gonna be like, "Well, I need to take you for for a moment. We need you, Hitomi," and then just kidnap her, and that's why Achi was going looking for her. I see. The two didn't slow their pace until they'd put plenty of distance between themselves and the alleyway. Kanan said this was her fault. What could she have meant by that? The hard run hadn't made Hitomi forget the other girl's startling suggestion. Well, she said she'll meet up with us again later, Achi said. We can ask her more about it then. In the meantime. An ache in his belly made Achi realize he'd been running all day and hadn't eaten since morning. People on a diet need to be careful about skipping meals. Going too long without proper nourishment can cause the body to store up its energy reserves, leading to weight gain instead of loss. Proper eating habits and proper exercise are key. This is true. That then makes me think about, like, what is the specific science about keto? But I mean, keto is just like eat every day during a certain, I believe, during a certain time frame. So if that's the case, then I mean it's not really starving yourself. versus like people who are just like, oh, well, I'll just not eat for 3 days. And if I just don't eat, like obviously I'll lose weight. And that's not necessarily how it works. Maybe it's not the best timing, but do you want to get some food? I'll be okay. Hitomi's face was racked with emotion. It's only natural, Achi thought. Not only was she afraid of her sister's life, but there were all these people out to kill her, too. And with this Kanan girl suddenly showing up, the situation was more confusing than ever. Still, they might as well address the few problems they could control. There was a fast food joint nearby. Let's go in there, Achi said. You might not be hungry, but you should still make sure you stay hydrated. Hitomi shook her head. But her wan face practically radiated exhaustion. Come on, we should rest up a little. But there's no rush. If we're going to meet up with Kanan later, it's probably best if we don't just wander aimlessly until then. Never know whom we might run into. I guess you're right. The two went into the fast food restaurant together. I assume we won't run into the man with the cane here because, we're in public and with a lot of people, but still, Hitomi, you should throw away your phone. Sweden. Sweden, I believe. I think that's a W. Welcome, said the girl at the register with a bright smile. May I take your order? I'll have the spaghetti with meat sauce. How about you, Hitomi? Spaghetti with a sauce made from tomatoes and ground meat, also known as spaghetti bolognese. Flavored with ketchup, it is a perennial favorite of Japanese children. Frozen packages at the supermarket for around 200 yen a pop make this a simple and decently tasty microwavable meal that's also easy on the wallet. Bolognese. Spaghetti bolognese. Okay. Alright, cool. How about you, Hitomi? I believe it's French. Yeah, definitely. Is it? French or Italian? Either one. But it's so interesting reading out loud for like long periods of time, because if you do that, you start to realize how many words it is that you've kind of like read in books or online or something like that, but you don't actually know how to say. So yeah, Italian. I don't know why I got those two mixed up. It's relatively common. I would make that mistake too. Relatively common mistake. So I'll just have an iced tea. Hey now, you should probably eat at least a little something. Okay, then I'll have a strawberry parfait. A dessert with strawberries topped with ice cream and whipped cream. Hitomi has been so worried about her sister that she hasn't eaten anything since last night, but being with Achi has calmed her nerves a little, and her appetite has returned. Perhaps her reflexive order of a strawberry parfait is a sign that she's not only hungry, but she's also a little girl with a sweet tooth at heart. I think most people, well, I shouldn't say most people, but I think a lot of people like strawberry parfaits. They're good. She sounded a little embarrassed to be ordering a dessert. So, yeah, Achi said, one spaghetti and meat sauce and a strawberry parfait, please. Coming right up. The cashier promptly assembled their meal and set it out on a tray. We've got a special contest going on right now, she said. Please check it out if you're interested. The girl handed Achi a flyer. It read, Iron Stomach Eating Contest. Eat 1,000 scoops of ice cream and win 10 million yen. A competition eating event held by this establishment. Backed by Sun TV, the competition has been shared with the entire country over the internet. Many contestants have entered for a shot at a 10 million yen prize, but so far, no one has been able to complete the eating challenge. Okay. Well, in that case, Toyama, I think that you should do this, and then it'll help you. Interesting. I I had two thoughts at once. The one thought that I had was like, actually, now that I think about it, Maria comes from a rich family. She can buy whatever she wants. And I was like, how? Why? I guess she just maybe somewhere deep down, like she knew, and she looked at the necklace and was like, maybe she knew like, hey, that's my necklace, my necklace, basically, and was like, hey, I want that because it's actually worth 80 million yen or something. I don't know. It's very expensive to say. Um, but interesting. Also, the other thought I had was I remember this one episode of Regular Show where the gang goes to do an eating competition and they like figure out the secret formula. You have to like mix the bread in the water to drink it down, and then you have to like you just have to like do a bunch of stuff to do these eating competitions. So there's always a trick to them. Oh wait, Cherry can do this. Cherry can do this. What am I talking about? What the heck? Achi stared at the flyer as he took a seat at an open table. 1,000 scoops? That's impossible. Not for some people. Anyway, let's hurry up and eat. As Achi stuffed his face with spaghetti, he thought back to their encounter with Kanan. The girl had helped them out, sure, but could they really trust her completely? It might be dangerous to meet up with her again. Still, Hitomi needed to know more about what had happened to Maria. And Kanan obviously knew something about that. It looked like they'd need to take that risk. My sister really is amazing. Huh? Hitomi's quiet words drew Achi from his ruminations. He paused with a forkful of spaghetti halfway into his mouth. My sister met Kanan while on a trip to the Middle East with my father. Hitomi nibbled at her parfait, looking lonesome. Cool, alright, neat. But how does that in particular make your sister amazing? It's typical of her, is all. She's so dynamic and gung-ho about things, Hitomi explained, her gaze turned inward. It was just my father and sister who took that trip to the Middle East. I didn't want to go with them. I guess my mental image of that part of the world is mostly that it's really dangerous. To me, going there seemed like a huge risk, but Maria didn't seem to see it that way. Your sister sounds a bit like a bit of a loose cannon. But if you can't bring yourself to take risks, But if you can't take yourself to take risks, to do things, Hitomi continued, you can't meet new people and have new experiences. This is true. That's the part I always get hung up on. The risk. I'd never be able to make a friend like Kanan. Ah, I see. I don't have a good answer for you, but I think it's always important to get out of your comfort zone or try things at least once. And I feel like you can learn a lot more about the worlds and the people around you if you do so. You only have to do, like, for example, like going to a local painting event or something. It's like, you only have to do it once. You only have to do it once, and then maybe you could be like, wow, that I tried talking to people and that sucked. And then you can never do it again. So, but I understand what you mean. The fear and anxiety can definitely eat away at you. So, I see your point. Let's see. She and her sister might be twins, but each of them was still unique. Just what kind of person was Hitomi's sister? He wanted to sit there and listen. You just wanted to sit there and listen to her voice. Okay. I don't think any of these choices really matter. Hopefully not. I'm gonna go with A. She and her sister might be twins, but each of them was still unique. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there, he said. He held up a hand to cut her off. Huh? Okay. 1 second. So this is Hitomi, and then wait, did I go out? Can I not go from here? I don't think I can without starting back this conversation. Okay, so it is Hitomi. It is Hitomi. But I guess it's just the clothes. I guess people wearing different clothes, and it's like, wow, you're a completely different person. But I think you also, to me, you also look, I don't know, maybe like a little, like a bit of a thinner face than Hitomi, possibly. That's me. Okay. Anyway, that was random. Yeah, I think she has I think that Maria has a thinner face. Huh? Hitomi's eyes went wide. Why are you comparing yourself to your sister? Or maybe it's just the outfit, because, you know, outfits can do that. I mean, I don't know what it's like to be a twin, but can't you just be yourself? Professor Palmer said the same thing. Hmm? Achi didn't recognize the name. Oh, sorry. Lalam Palmer. We haven't heard about that guy in ages. He's my university English professor. He's given me advice on a whole bunch of things. That sounded rather intimate. Achi... All sorts of worrying images shot through Achi's mind. You are the jealous type, I think. Or the insecure type, rather. So, how old is this teacher of yours? Huh? Around 40 or so, I guess. Great, Hachi thought to himself. Another middle-aged guy. It's just another one. Another one. His mind filled with another sequences of more upsetting images. How do you know what Palmer looks like? You never met him. Oh, hey, ain't that Hitomi Osawa? Oh, wow, you're right. It totally is. What the hell? A middle-aged couple sitting behind them were talking in a hushed, excited tones. Hitomi Osawa is famous? look at Achi's face. Man, she really is a cutie, the young man observed. He made no attempt to hide the fact that he was looking Hitomi over. Hey, hold on, Masa, said the girl. What gives? Masa, a first-year student at Midoriyama Academy who worked part-time as a delivery driver for Dogen Hut, a noodle shop in Dogenzaka. He's taken the day off from work in order to attempt a dry run of the Iron Stomach eating competition, hoping to strike it rich with his girlfriend while his girlfriend looks on. I see. Because, like, if you could get multiple people on the thing, then it's not really that much of a challenge, I would think. But now that he's eaten 2 parfaits, his stomach isn't feeling well, and he's just gotten back from his 5th trip to the toilet. Oh boy. Bro, you gotta stop. Well, I mean, she is Miss Midoriyama, right? Oh, you... Okay, you go to that place. I didn't realize. Miss Midoriyama. Achi turned to the couple. Hey, did you just say she's Miss Midoriyama? Achi said nothing, but kept his ears tuned to the couple's conversation. Achi did his best to ignore the couple. Whatever they were talking about couldn't be that important. B. B, maybe. You sure that's her? Yeah, it totally is. No, it isn't. Isn't that Maria Osawa? Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe? Either way, she's super cute. No, wait. Either way, she's super cute. Hey, no, Maso, what gives? Is this the same thing? Oh, no, it is different. While doing his business there, he happened to spot a magazine on the wall rack. Flipping through nonchalantly, he came across a potential 1k yen scratch card inside. Seeing that it hadn't been scratched off, he considered trying for the prize, but then decided that it was no time to press his luck. Left the restroom without scratching it. Oh, bro, you could have been rich. Achi turned back to Hitomi. That might... Okay, so if it's Maria who's so popular and so beloved and stuff like that, then I can see, and you both are twins, I can see why you have such an inferiority complex about things. Achi turned back to Hitomi. Is that true? He asked, peering intently at her face. Well, yeah. She nodded with an awkward smile. Well, I mean, you are really cute and all, Achi said. Miss Midoriyama. Well, I'll be. He nodded to himself as he took it all in. But wasn't that Maria? Okay, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It was Professor it was Professor Palmer who convinced me to enter that beauty contest, actually. Oh, okay. The Miss Midoriyama contest at Midoriyama Academy is considered one of the top student beauty pageants in Japan. Pin-up shots of both Hitomi and Maria have already graced the pages of several magazines. Talent agencies have also attempted to scout them, but both girls declined, claiming that they entered the contest just for the memories, but have no interest in real show business. It's just both of them. It's like who cares? Who cares? So they're both Miss Midoriyama, basically. Huh. Achi's smile twisted up a little. He said if I really wanted to change myself, I should try entering. Achi maintained his outward composure, but inside his heart was racing. Tanaka and Palmer, which of them held Hitomi's true affections? Or was she possibly leading on two middle-aged men at the same time? The more he thought about it, the worse his delusions became. I think you have anxiety. I think that's what we call anxiety, my guy. What actually happened, though, is my sister and I both won the prize. I see. Hitomi's words snapped him out of his funk. She sounded disappointed. Huh? They gave out a double prize? Turns out my sister had entered the competition, too. Oh, and it didn't make it feel that special afterwards. Okay. She smiled a self-deprecating smile. Guess twins really do think alike, huh? Hey, double schmubble. You still won a prize, right? That's pretty impressive. Nah, they just picked me as an afterthought to my sister, because twins sharing the prize made for a good headline. She looked away, sadly. Did they say they picked you as an afterthought? They didn't have to. It was obvious that my sister really won. You can't know that. Maybe she was the afterthought. Come on, you need to believe in yourself. Hitomi just hung her head. But I'm such a terrible person. Yeah, the guitar theme. The guitar theme. Suddenly, her eyes welled up with tears. I hate myself so much. I can never forgive myself for what I did. Oh, hey. Achi watched her with trepidation. She looked like she might start bawling at any moment. What's the matter? The night my sister was kidnapped, I was supposed to go to a college party with her. But then all of a sudden she told me not to go. I kept asking her why not, but she just kept insisting I couldn't. Hitomi's face was bleak with regret. We both got mad, and I wound up blowing up at her. Okay, this is the two of them side by side. Maria does have a mole on her face. Otherwise, I guess it depends on what angle you look at them from. They're identical. They are identical. But it's just, if you're wearing different clothes, I feel like I have friggin' Zero Escape syndrome. that one guy in Zero Escape who had the face blindness. Sometimes I'm not good with with faces and like recognizing people. So I doubt it's anything that serious to the effect of what he had, but yeah. This could be photoshopped. Yeah, for sure. You'd have to get one actor on the one side and then get the same actor on the other side. So I think they're the same actor. They just put a little dot on Maria's face to indicate that it's her. Prosopagnosia. Maybe everyone has it, a little bit of it. I think so too. I think people have varying levels of prosopagnosia. So, okay, fine. Okay, I get it. I don't need to go to the party. Fine. I'll just be your little tag-along anyway. Just like in that beauty contest. You couldn't just let me enter that by myself, could you? You always have to be the center of attention. Maria scowled. Fine. They have the same voice. I gave Tama and Hitomi the same voice, actually. And they've always had the same voice. So here we are. The party starts at 7 o'clock. Try not to forget, okay? I was kicking myself as soon as I told her off. My sister isn't the sort of person to tell me what to do or not do. She must have had a reason for not wanting me to go, because she didn't want you to be kidnapped, I guess. So they must have wanted Hitomi. Yeah, from the very beginning, I think they've always, I don't know, something with Hitomi specifically, and they've always needed Hitomi specifically, I think. And Maria was just like, I'll just go instead. And it all worked out for her, so good job. I was planning on apologizing to her after the party, but then she was abducted, right? Achi polished off the last of his spaghetti. He set his fork down, then wiped his mouth. Hitomi, I get why you're trying so hard to save your sister, he said. And maybe I'm not as tough as that Kanan girl, but I'll stick with you to the end, if you let me. He tried his best to convey an optimism he didn't really feel. So Hitomi blames herself because Maria told her not to go. Yeah. And I guess Maria knows more than she let on, I guess. Because she would have to have known. It was like, oh, Hitomi would get kidnapped if that happened. So I'll just go instead. At long last, Hitomi cracked a smile. I don't see how that's within her control. Do you mean like the getting kidnapped, or like knowing that she would get kidnapped? I don't really know. I don't really know either. I don't really know the logistics of it, but that's my theory that I'm kind of running with so far. Because otherwise, the only other thing that could be it is just like Maria also feels really insecure about like Hitomi always being around, and she's like, you know what, just whatever, just whatever. Blaming herself because of Maria blowing up at her. Oh, she can't blame herself because of Maria's actions. Yes, that's true. That's true and valid. But people have complex emotions for various different things. But it's true. It's not right for her to think that way. Did I read that line? Shoot. Did I read it? A short while later, the two of them arrived outside Gigo building. They were a little early for their 3 o'clock meetup with Kanan. Is this a straight through launch? No, we're still early in the time lock, so. They had decided that searching at random for the blue minivan was too risky. It could easily draw the attention of the man with the cane or the foreign kidnappers. Getting information from Kanan seems like the best next move. Oh, hey, Achi said as they waited. You got a little rip in your top. Why? Now I think about it. So you both have the same thing. Look at that. Why would Achi think that Maria is the same person? Is like, wait, aren't you wearing different clothes? I mean, I guess their faces look so similar, but oh, I see. I see what's gonna happen. It's like, you need to go in there and buy some new clothes, and it's like, okay, I'll go do that, and then he's gonna see Maria in different clothes and be like, hey, you did it. Okay. Oh, you're right. When did that happen, I wonder? Must have snagged it on something while we were running away, I guess. We've got some time before Kanan gets here. Do you want to buy some new clothes? Huh? Are you sure that's a good idea? We'll stick out if we just stand around here waiting. May as well head inside until it's time. Since many celebrities did their shopping at Gigo, there are back entrances for times when the place was crowded. Everyone who frequented the old shopping district knew about them, including Achi and Hitomi. In a pinch, one of those back entrances could be an escape route. With this in mind, the two headed inside. That will be relevant later. It will absolutely be relevant. Shibuya Gigo. At the time of this story, Gigo includes not only a fashion mall, but various amusements on its different levels. The second floor features an all-ages fun with rides, games, and sticker machines, while the third floor sports the latest arcade games for the core gamers, for the real gamers. There's also a food court that offers things such as crepes and loaded takoyaki octopus dough balls. Interesting. So this is a real place. This is a really real place, and this is the really real name of it. I didn't read that line. Shoot. Was an entertainment complex featuring a video arcade and fashion shops. The ground floor and two basement levels of the building were designed as an amusement area outfitted with skee ball, claw cranes, fighting games, and the like. The second floor held a mix of photo booths and ladies' wear shops. On the third floor were specialty fashion boutiques, and on the fourth floor were restaurants. Okay. Achi and Hitomi took the escalator to the second floor. Hitomi started heading for the shops, but Achi stopped her.
Hey, wait up.
What's the matter?
A dude hanging around a woman's clothing store is gonna stand out. I'll wait for you here.
There seemed to be nobody but female customers around. If a man with a cane or the kidnappers appeared, Achi figured, he would stop them right away. It should be safe for Hitomi to shop on her own for a while.
Alright, Hitomi said. I'll try to make this quick.
She began to head out onto the sales floor.
No,
I'm groaning because I'm groaning because it's him. But also I'm groaning because it's so freaking awkward, man. He's gonna be like, "Hey, Tama, how's it going? I just saw you 5 minutes ago," and Hitomi's gonna be like, "Who the fuck is this?" Okay. Whew. A seedy-looking man poked out from beneath the door of a photo booth right at Hitomi's feet.
"That was a close one, wasn't it, Tama?"
he said to her.
"I thought it was dead meat for sure."
His tone was oddly cheerful considering what he was saying.
"Who's this guy?" Achi asked. "You know him?"
"No, I don't." The sketchy fellow gave her an ingratiating look.
"Come on, Tama, don't be like that."
Hitomi took an anxious...
Yeah! They're gonna have to give me 1 minute. I have to get some water.
You okay?
No, I'm freaking dead.
Yeah, I'm okay. I think I swallowed some spit while I was reading the line, and I was like, oh no.
No, I can't say words.
Alright, let me go over to game screen. And take another swig of water here. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I will be fine. Um, that's why sometimes it's important to take the 5-minute break that I do. Oh man, my voice is kind of going. Okay. Maybe I just pinched a nerve, maybe. But anyway, that's why it's important for me to take the 5-minute break. And I didn't. I didn't. I was like, you know what? I'm too invested in the story. I just kind of want to continue. I don't want to take any breaks if I can help it. So, oopsie daisy. You did skip your usual break this stream. Yeah. I'm enjoying the story. I really like it. Once I get into the story, it's like I don't need to get up and walk around and stuff. So, but in any case, it's almost time to end stream anyway. I'm not too worried about it. I'll just go and make myself some tea afterwards and rest my voice. Where was I? The sketchy fellow gave her an ingratiating look. Come on, Tama, you don't gotta be like that. Hitomi took an anxious step back. Hey man, knock it off. Achi dragged the guy up to his feet. Okay, no need to get all testy. Who is this guy, Tama? Your boyfriend? Boyfriend? That might be one way to get rid of him, that's right. So how about you get lost? A bashful grin spread across Achi's face. I guess? Achi didn't want to give him the wrong impression. No, it's not like that. Does it matter? I mean... I don't know if his choice actually matters. A or B? I think I want to see Achi be awkward. Oh, I didn't get the chance. No, he's not my boyfriend. Okay, well, you didn't have to... Hitomi denied it before the words were out of Achi's mouth. Okay, you could have gone along with it for the bit. Okay. He felt a little pang of heartbreak. What? So you're not her boyfriend? The guy flashed a broad grin. Damn, Hitomi, way to crush a man's heart. I know, right? That was so fast. Hey, listen, you creep. Who the hell are you? Oh, me? The man's face suddenly blanched. Oh, crap. Tama, hold on to this for a bit, will you? The waiter shoved a worn-out magazine into Hitomi's hands, then bolted off in a panic. The heck was that all about? Yeah, I wonder why he ran off. Oh, I see. I wonder why he ran off like that. Achi and Hitomi stared at each other. Well, anyway, Achi said. There are a lot of nut jobs out here, so just be careful, yeah? Okay, if anything happens, I'll give you a shout. Hitomi flashed him an impish smile, then scampered off onto the sales floor. Aww. As he watched her go, Achi muttered to himself. Damn it. Why does she have to be so cute? Oh. I see. Well, we can go walk around maybe for a little bit. 5 minutes or more passed as Achi waited for Hitomi. He stood by the escalator almost as if he were keeping guard. Female shoppers began to give him icy stares for being somewhere he probably shouldn't. This sucks. Come on, Hitomi, hurry up and get back here. The longer he waited, the more uncomfortable he felt. How long was she going to take? Then, I see. Then he happened to turn around to see Hitomi riding the escalator up. It looked like she'd indeed bought some new clothes. Hey, Hitomi! She didn't seem to hear him. He decided to shout a little bit louder, decided to go after her. They did say... Right. Tama, or Maria, I don't know what to call her anymore, got her bad ending because Achi was there and shouted out to her. So, go after her. He decided to go after her. Had she forgotten where he was waiting for her? She stayed on the escalator, heading up toward the top floor, where he then saw... Tanaka. Achi followed, but by the time he reached the top floor, she was out of sight. This was the restaurant floor, so it was more open than the other levels. We just ate. We just ate, so something should go off in your head, maybe. A floor designated solely for eateries. Typically, this is the topmost floor of a mall building like Gigo. Those who head up here during the morning hours are likely to find the place deserted. Gigo's restaurant floors features a variety of different cuisines, including Chinese, Italian, creative Japanese food, sushi, tempura, and other delicacies from around the world. Okay. He hurriedly began to look around. As he wandered, he bumped into a man looking at his cell phone.
Sorry, my bad.
Achi held up a hand in apology, but the man was too engrossed in his conversation to notice. His conversation of evil.
No, you're not getting it. The lock was undone too.
The man startled Achi by suddenly shouting into his phone.
You need to consider the risk of it getting out.
Whatever this guy was talking about, he sure was angry with whoever was on the other end.
Look, I'll figure out what to do about the minivan. You handle things on your end.
Ah, minivan. Achi's interest was piqued, but he needed to find Hitomi before he let anything distract him. As he scoured the fourth floor, As he scoured the fourth floor, he came across a Chinese buffet and noticed large windows in its outer walls. You could see a lot of Shibuya through those windows. Maybe Hitomi had decided to look for the minivan from up here? One of the restaurant employees came rushing up as Achi headed inside.
I'm sorry, sir, she said.
Sir, you'll have to forgive the inconvenience. We're not open to the public right now.
Not at the moment, I mean.
The employee's voice was oddly subdued for some reason. What the hell?
A video?
Okay. Alright. Masai Take, a part-time staffer at Imabiki Chinese restaurant. Her boss chewed her out pretty bad for showing up to work with nails manicured black. She was ordered to go scrub the restroom. She was going to go to the restroom and scrub them clean, but no amount of nail polish remover was able to do the trick. So she's been dealing with her boss's wrath all day. Oh. Oh. That sucks. The employee's voice was oddly subdued for some reason.
Why not?
Achi asked. Well, you see, one of the other customers ate all our food. They ate all of it? She's just so happy with herself. I love Cheery. I love Cheery. Looking around, Achi saw a chubby young woman camped out at a table by one of the windows. Set out before her was a veritable mountain of plates. What I'm trying to say is, sir, that we're closed for the rest of the day. Oh, but I'm with her, actually. Achi lied. Really? Really? Okay, why would you lie about that? Without waiting for a reply, he barged into the restaurant. Oh, because he's looking for the minivan. Okay, cool. He took a quick look around, but there is no sign of Hitomi. Before leaving, he figured he'd at least look out the window. Oh, he was looking for Hitomi. Okay. The huge glass panes looked out onto Dogenzaka. He had a decent view of the roads, but he didn't spot a blue minivan. Achi dropped his gaze to the sidewalk outside the building. Oh, but they're outside. Uh-oh. Oh. He let out a tiny gasp. Even from 4 stories up, there was no mistaking what he saw. A group of black-clad foreign men had gathered outside the building. Had they figured out that he and Hitomi were inside? He needed to find her, and fast. He raced out the restaurant, alert for trouble. Keep out. Oh, no. Uh, that's gonna end poorly for either Tama or Hitomi. One of them. Uh-oh. All right. Well, I guess now I do unfortunately have to end it. I do unfortunately have to end it. A perfect time, though, actually. Yes, it is a perfect time. Man. Man. This was such an interesting one. I really like this. I really like this, this stream. This time block especially, and last time block as well. I still have a cough in my throat. Yeah, I also like that they did the little animation at the beginning of this time block to be like, hey, it's no longer me, Tama. It's me, Maria. It's nice. It just gets better and better. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, I guess with that, we will call it here for today. I am gonna go ahead, make myself some tea, and just relax a little bit. And I think that's good. I really have been. I have a water reminder on my phone. It reminds me to drink water at certain intervals, and I haven't been doing that all week. I haven't been doing it because I've been tired, and that shows up in like mouth clicks and stuff like that, but it also shows up in like voice cracks, because if you're reading for very long periods of time and you don't drink a lot of water beforehand, that will mess you up. So next week I will try and be a little bit better about that. But yeah, let me go ahead and find somebody to raid. Oh, there's a lot of people online. Oh, a lot of people online. All right, I'm gonna go raid Saruka. They're playing Skyrim again. Their Skyrim like mod thing. I don't know a lot about Skyrim, but I'm gonna go say hi and send you off over to them. So with all that said, have a good one and stay hydrated. Thank you, Black Blue, and thank you for showing up as well. I really appreciate it. And to anyone who showed up, thank you. Thank you. I will be back next week, either Wednesday or Saturday, for one stream of the week. It will be 1000 Resist. And oh, perfect. I was about to head over there. Yeah. Yeah, Saruka is very nice, so let's go say hi. But I will be back next week with one stream, and then afterwards, I think we'll continue at the same pace of like 2 Shibuya streams a week, and probably one stream of Resist, or maybe even 2 streams if I can manage that. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful Friday. Bye bye.